What you're about to listen to is part of the Podgods Network. If you go to podgodsnetwork.com, you'll find other great shows there too. If you have a problem with this or any other show, please write it in an email. And go fuck yourself. Have a nice day!
Alright, you primitive screwheads, listen up!
But more of the R-rated film that most other people do. There's some salty language in it and shit like that.
We work very well together, okay?
Gruesome twosome!
Gruesome twosome!
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
These guys are 11.
I'm here for the gangbang.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Inconceivable!
And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast! Ah!
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
What? Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
They've done studies, 60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Set no substitutes.
Hey, enthusiasts, what's going on? This is Salty Language, episode 180.
The vodka and tonic-iest podcast on the network. Well, at least not tonight, really.
Yeah.
That goes out to other podcasts. Oof.
Once again, I am Brian.
And I am the man with the hat. That's Batman. Tony.
Yeah, certainly not the Green Bay hat.
Not the Green Bay hat.
You'll have to forgive us. There may be an insane amount of inside jokes, which you'll understand when, after you listen to the newest episode of The Enthusiast, which will be available soon.
Yes. We recorded with our friends at Def Pod.
Mm-hmm. We were up all night to make podcasts.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, man.
It was technological.
It was something. I'm actually surprised I didn't say it was something some point during the show. Cause
it's true.
It was something.
It was something. So, Brian, how the hell are you?
Oh, my God.
I'm trying to bring energy because last time I was still kind of hungover.
Yeah, right. It's fair enough. It's been an interesting week for me. Since I went in and had an ultrasound on Thursday.
How's the baby?
I'll find out Monday. It was, I've had an ultrasound done on my knee before.
Yeah.
That was more of a therapy thing. That wasn't so much a let's see what's going on inside of you thing.
I've got you beat.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing worse than cold ultrasound gel on your balls.
Ooh, for the hernia?
For the hernia.
Oh, Jesus. Well, on the upside...
At least the nurse was stunning.
Well, on the upside, the nurse I had, not nurse, but the technician, she was, she was funny and she was, quite nice on the eyes.
Yeah,
but also, they had a little whatnot off to the side of the thing that's basically the equivalent of, how they have the warmers for the shaving cream?
Yes.
That's been around forever.
Right.
They had one of those and they put the gel down in that.
Oh, I wish they would have done that for me.
Boom, warm gel.
Jesus, that would have been nice.
Yeah, warm gel. The ultrasound thing was hot.
They pretty much threw the ultrasound gel in those wine chillers you see in the grocery stores.
Right.
And then, slathered it on my nether regions.
They pretty much just seagull you. And
yeah, it was horrible.
Now, out of curiosity, did they apply it or did you apply it?
Oh, they applied it.
Ah, excellent.
Yeah.
Well, at least you got that out of it.
Because if I would have applied it, it would have been real creepy.
You're applying it real slow.
I just would have stared at them dead in the eyes. Slowly applied it.
Sir, you don't need to apply that to the penile region.
Oh, but I do.
Shh. Shh. You're making it weird. Oh my. So yeah, that was no big deal. I was in and out of there. It was kind of humorous to me though. I'm sitting in the waiting area at the hospital, and I look to my right because I see some magazines, and I happen to see like, what was it? It's it's like Art in America, I think the name of it is, and
Right.
it's a like contemporary art magazine, and I'm like, really? Like, this is a bit surprising. Normally it's like Golf Digest, Red Books, just dumb magazines, And I was like, this actually has culture, So I'm thumbing through it, and there was a nice article in there about, post-internet art that I was digging. It was a great article. There was random nudity through the magazine. I'm like,
Perfect.
so naturally, right there in the, got to rub one. No.
You got to crank one out real quick.
As is tradition. And so, but I was a little surprised because, with it having nudity in it, I was like, this seems kind of weird to just have out in the waiting room.
Well, it's not like it was like hardcore, like,
Well-
check out my pink.
Well, it is
nudity.
now. I mean, I may have put some pictures in there.
Well,
Even still, though, you know how some people freak out at,
that's true. Like, oh my God, a nipple.
Well, no-
little Timmy.
I mean, there was full frontal on one of the pictures, but
Oh.
like the woman was like half an inch tall in the picture. So, I mean, if
That
you're
doesn't
beating
count.
off to that, I mean, you're working for it.
Yeah, really, like, oh God, I love pixies.
Like, really, like, you must not have a cell phone because you could get a much bigger picture that way.
Right?
But yeah, so I finished the article. They have Fox News on the TVs, which made me want to, like, open a vein, which, good place to do it,
It's true.
But, which I posted on Twitter. It made me laugh because they wished Elvis a happy birthday, but said nothing about it being Stephen Hawking's birthday,
Well, because that man's confined to a wheelchair.
Yeah.
He wasn't the king of rock and roll with them
Right.
sexy hips.
Also-
that they couldn't show on Ed Sullivan.
He's also a man who doesn't believe in God, so clearly they're not going to talk about him.
He doesn't believe in Elvis?
No. I don't either. But it was humorous to me because, like, I was so happy that, like, I'm sitting in the one section of the waiting room, and then there's another section, and everybody who came in went over there, and they were coughing and hacking. I'm like, thank God, stay over there. In my head, I turn and look. Every one of them's black, and I'm like, wow, now I feel incredibly racist. Because now I feel like there's like a segregation going on here, and I,
Right.
in my head, added to it.
Well, if you would stop going out in your sheets and big pointy hat.
It was clean.
Oh,
And those
right,
sheets
fair
were
enough.
warm. It was a cold night with snow blowing and stuff.
Wouldn't it be awful if that was your snowsuit?
Yes.
It's like, well, it's Grandpa's snowsuit. You might as well wear it.
Yeah. Can I not?
Why
Well-
does it say Grand Wizard in the collar?
Do I get a wand? Nah, not really.
I
But you
love
do.
Harry Potter.
No, but you get this news. Like, okay, we're going into a dark area here. We need to stop this. I did find out though. Like at one point, one of the women from the the other section. Now she comes over, and before they all sat down, she had looked up at the TV and saw that Fox News was on. It was basically like, oh hell no, and they all went to the other side.
That's
And
pretty
I
funny.
looked, I forgot what they had on the other side, but it was not Fox News, and that's why they went over and sat. And I was like, damn it, I wish I would.
Park.
I mean, I would have missed out on the art magazine, but I wouldn't have had to deal with Fox News.
When in doubt, go with the nudity.
Yeah, that's pretty much the way I feel.
All right.
But yeah, so that was an interest. And then as I walk out, it was that night. It was a couple nights ago where we got 2 inches of snow.
Right.
But when it started, it was like blowing sideways, and
Yeah, it sucked.
it was horrible. Like I come out and I'm like, I can't see anything. It was pretty sweet. So not similar to the waiting area I was sitting in, total whiteout.
Well, yeah.
Jesus. Yeah. So yeah, there was that, and let's see what else I got. I don't know. You got anything for the week here? I'm trying to think.
Oh, I got stuffs, Brian. I got stuffs.
Stuffs that happened to you, or just stuffs we're going to get into?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
Let me tell you something that pisses me off. You know what really...
Grind your gears.
How
we
funny
need to mention that because that was funny.
Oh, we have to bring
Yeah.
that up. But the assholes that decide to decorate their vehicles with the zombie patrol shit.
Oh, right.
Nothing for some reason bugs me more than that. When you see a pickup truck, it's like zombie eradication unit Alpha.
Right.
And you look in the window, and they're not eradicating anything but cheeseburgers.
Now, out of curiosity, they do know that blowjobs will not eradicate zombies, right?
They don't know that. That's
All
the
right,
problem.
just asking.
It's the zombie blowjob truck.
It's a terrible truck.
It is. It's horrible.
The truck nuts keep falling off of it.
That's got to be the worst thing ever. Dead dick.
Right?
Jesus.
I don't even know how that works. Can they
I
get
don't know
blood
either.
flow to that? Do they have Cialis for zombies? I mean,
it just comes off in his mouth.
It's like a Nerf arrow off of one of those Nerf bow and arrows. and similar in consistency, just spongy in there. Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Oh man. So anyway, you were saying.
Oh yeah, I see these vehicles everywhere, and people put like I said, zombie patrol or zombie emergency unit.
Right. Zombie hand jobs. Right.
And zombie hand jobs.
Oh, that's got to be an awful hand job.
The people driving the cars are always the people that you'd want nothing to do with in the zombie apocalypse, unless you're tripping them in front of zombie horde to cause a massive feast.
Right. Yeah, I get you. Now here's a question: which is worse to you?
Yeah.
And I'll give you a couple options.
All right. I love options.
Okay. First of all, somebody truck nuts.
Okay.
Second of all, somebody with the stick families, or third, the zombie whatever.
Of all three, I'll take the truck nuts.
Okay.
Because sometimes they still make me giggle a little bit, like when they're like dragging on the ground.
Right.
I've seen that.
I guess, and also they could be used as a weapon.
They could be.
Yeah.
How great! Oh, jeez. To bash
someone.
somebody's brains in with a big pair of metal balls.
Right? Especially because they also have the zombie stuff on their truck.
Yeah, even better.
You're like, I'm taking your truck, but I'm going to beat your ass with this first and leave you here for the zombies.
So that definitely grinded my gears.
All right, so the reason we laughed about the grinds my gears was earlier today I sent a thing out to the lads. As we've talked on the show, we used to do the like Growler Thursdays where a group of us gets together, hits up a local bar, and acts like savages. It
has kind of fallen out of
we haven't done
practice.
In forever. So I sent a thing out and I was like, hey, we should do this again. And I had totally forgotten that one of our friends has a new number. So Tony's responding, Don responds. And anybody else? Show responded. So we've got various posts in there. And then was it the person responded with, what was it, quit texting me or something like that? Or?
That's what I threw out I put the meme of, what really grinds my gears from Family Guy. And I was like, not getting beers with the boys. And that's when it was, stop texting this number, it's wrong.
Right.
Which I immediately respond with the Lord of the Rings meme, you have no power here.
And then I got a phone call from this person.
I was waiting for something to come through from that number on my end.
I believe his name was Philip. And he's like, hey, Brian, this is Philip. I don't even know who you are. It's like, I don't even know who you are. This is, you have the wrong number, and I really don't care about your growly Thursdays.
Growly Thursdays.
Yeah.
I need to I'll put the picture on the website of the exchange.
Why
not? So I'll blank out some numbers.
I wasn't even going to bother listening to the message because I was just like, whatever. It's just him going, hey, you have the wrong number. I'm very glad I did because Growly Thursday was on there. And the message clearly says Growler Thursday, I believe. I don't think autocorrect changed it, but
it should know Growler Thursday by now.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
I've used it enough, but so yeah. I mean,
Growly Thursday.
Oh man. I mean, whatever. Like seriously, just start blocking our numbers, then nothing will come through, yo. Learn to use your damn phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Not to mention, he should be honored he was in the invite.
Yeah, no shit. If he would have showed up, that would have been hilarious.
Be like, who the hell are you? Like, well, you invited me. Like, all right, have a seat.
Oh, God, I Growly Thursday. Did you keep that voicemail?
No, I got rid of it.
Ah, damn it. We should have added that to the show somehow.
I think. Hold on, let me double check. I think I did. But, yeah, so that was definitely a humorous wake-up. One of the few times I've actually enjoyed a voicemail anytime recently.
Yeah, I couldn't help myself with the you have no power here.
Yeah. That was funny. I was waiting for a response. Like, I was really surprised he didn't respond to that.
I was waiting for something, too.
Because I'm like, oh, man. I was like, Tony's going to start a war here.
I was sitting there watching Logan play basketball and just fucking giggling.
Yeah. 'Cause I was so waiting for it to be one of those assholes that just won't let something go. You know?
I definitely would have kept that.
Yeah. Just be like, dude, okay, we got the wrong number. Cool. Like, I was looking for a way to remove him from the group text, but I didn't
There's
see
no
one.
way.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Which is stupid. So it's like I had to start a new group text just so we could get around it. But whatever.
Right.
It was still funny.
It was entertaining.
Yeah. Let's see, what else happened? I got a CD in the mail today, like a music CD. I actually bought a music CD.
This belongs in a museum.
And it was because...
Easy, Indy.
Oh, man. It's because, you know what? I haven't even opened it yet. Oh, jeez, it's all taped up,
Is it
too.
like the last remaining Columbia House mailing?
Yeah, finally. I'm not theirs anymore. Sorry about all that noise. No, it's... I was trying to remember which CD it was, because I actually have another one coming.
What?
It's from... You remember the band we saw with the Swellers that night called The Full Blast?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's nigh impossible to find any of their actual music anywhere.
Okay.
Because since they split up, they pretty much took all their stuff down everywhere. So anyway, I went on Amazon through the Salty Language portal, of course.
Of course, saltylanguage.com. Scroll.
And,
find the Amazon button.
And I purchased their the 2 CDs that they have available, Contagious Movement Theory, and I don't remember the name of the other one. But anyway, I got one in the mail today, and I was like, man, it's so weird getting a CD in the mail.
Yeah, physical music seems bizarre
Right?
to me.
I couldn't
at
tell
least
you.
until I get my record player going.
Right. Yeah, I can't tell you the last CD I actually bought. It's been so long now since I bought one. And I used to buy them all the time, but I just buy through iTunes now.
I can tell you the last one I bought. When we went to Cleveland to go see the Thermals, the tickets came with a CD.
Oh, so technically you bought
tickets that had a CD attached to them.
Right, okay.
Basically.
Yeah, because even the Swellers and stuff, I bought stuff of theirs, but online, but that was through Bandcamp and stuff. I don't.
Right.
Which totally makes sense for these small groups and stuff, because there's not a ton of overhead. You don't have to worry about cost for productions and whatnot. But anyway, yeah, I'm still stuck in the '90s getting CDs, bro.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just had me a Surge and. Which is odd because I can have a Surge if I want to, because they're making it again.
Are they making again?
Yeah, Coke brought it back.
Because everyone's like, "Oh my God, Surge is the shit." Is it in the old school cans?
I don't know that.
Or did they remarket the cans like a bunch of shit faces?
I don't know, dude. The last time they had it out, the can design was terrible, but.
I want that awful green can with the orange writing. It says Surge in 90s extreme letters.
Looks like it is the epitome of the 90s on a can.
Yeah,
it might as well say rad on it instead of Surge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want my cans to look rad.
Nice.
I want to put
extreme.
To
the max.
To the max.
Yeah.
I want to put on some inline skates.
Nice.
Right?
Right.
And some of that thermal fucking clothing that I can't. Hypercolor. I want to put some hypercolor shit on.
Oh, hell yeah, son. Yeah.
And maybe some starter shorts.
Oh, I was going to wear my Janko jeans.
Oh, nice.
By jeans, I mean tents.
Yes. And drink some Surge.
Obviously.
And do some backflips while listening to some Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtracks.
Right. Rocking my new Entnies. Yep. Or Airwalks or Vans Vans are still.
Eat some of those potato chips that gave you anal leakage.
The ones with Olestra.
Yeah, the tasty Olestra. That's flavor country.
Before or after?
Both.
Oof. That's a terrible idea, sir. Yeah, so there was my time travel for the week. Let's see. What else I have? I know I had something else.
Well, I got some time related kind of.
All right.
This is time being a motherfucker.
So you're saying time was not on your side?
Well, not on my side. It's on this lady's side.
Okay.
There's this has posed a question to me, because there's a place that for work I deliver to, right?
Right.
That in the morning for like a few hours, there's an old lady that works the front like that, like she's a secretary.
Yeah.
But she's probably in her late 60s, mid to late 60s. but she's still smoking hot for some reason. I know.
All right.
Like, if I could sneaky snap a picture, I'd
Just
show
don't
you.
even sneaky snap it. Just go up and be like, yo baby, like it's something from the Fresh Prince.
Well, she probably wouldn't even know because she's so used to like the cameras with a big curtain that goes over you and a big that goes off.
Right? Like when she used to take pictures of Lincoln, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly. In the theater.
Ooh,
Gotcha.
Yikes.
But but she's still like, like you could tell when she was young, she was smoking.
Right.
Right.
Now she's just doable for a story. I get you.
Well, that leads me to point out, like, would you for the story? What's the age limit? Because she is. I mean, she's very attractive for an older lady.
Right.
It's weird.
That's a good point. I don't know.
And don't get me wrong, the person that takes over for her in the afternoon is, like, stunning. Like, I would throw this old bag off the cliff and, talk to the other lady.
Right.
But
because you're a gentleman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. At least be a quick death off the cliff.
Right.
Yeah.
Probably not. Somehow she survived because that, whatever's kept her looking as youthful as it has is also like it's kind of like Wolverine's healing factor.
Maybe
how it kept him from aging and it also kept him alive. Yeah. Maybe that's the case.
This woman's old, but there's something that she's like. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
She kept it together somehow.
Who knows? Maybe she's just led a good life, healthy living.
I don't know.
Lots of bourbon and cigars.
I have no idea.
Blow off a hooker's ass.
Like baby blood.
Right. She's Elizabeth Bathory. She's bathing in virgin blood.
Nice call.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, it's very weird, Brian. It's very weird.
That is something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe you should ask her. Just maybe she's just a time traveler or something.
I don't know. Yeah, it's strange.
Yeah. Just like I said, just walk up and be like, let's get some barbecue and get busy.
Get some barbecue.
I think that's the line. It's from Fresh Prince. It's Jazz says it to Hillary or somebody. I think it's like, yo, baby, let's get some barbecue and get busy.
Nice.
It's the best pickup line on that show.
That is a strong line.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest here.
Yeah. Listen, if I thought it would work. Well, I'm sure some people it would work, but I'm not entirely sure that I want to throw those hooks.
Barbecue.
Like, I don't know if you saw on Twitter where I was like, or I put it on Instagram too, where I was like, me checking out the likes on my dating profile, and it's Will Smith, like from Fresh Prince, like looking to his side, and it's a picture of Jazzy Jeff, like dressed in drag.
How did I missed that somehow? God damn it!
Because I was watching, because I have season 1 of the
go back
show.
and find it.
And I was watching it, and there's an episode where Jazz wants, Prince to go out with his sister, and he just like looks to the side, and you see like a thought bubble appear, and then it's just Jazz in drag, and I was like, ooh. I mean, it's not Shanae bad, but
well, speaking of Instagram too.
Oh, good. I thought you were going to speak of Shanae.
No. Shanae, she's right out. I threw a picture up on Instagram because I saw it somewhere, so I had to repost it.
Yeah,
and I'm sure you saw it. You had to have. It was the 8-bit pixel dong scarf, right?
Yeah.
And that caused a minor firestorm on social media. And the Risk, aka Road, is actively searching for a pattern.
Oh my!
At least that's what she said. And she looked, and hopefully she couldn't find one yet. Yeah. I hope.
Oh man!
Would you wear an 8-bit dong scarf?
I think that's too fancy for my like.
With ball pockets. I don't know if you saw that. It's got
storage. It was,
in the nuts.
That was. I can't wait to see you wearing that at like Beer Fest.
well, Tate thought it was me.
Yeah, at first glance, the guy he's got
I know
similarities.
When she's like, "Oh, I thought," and I looked at the picture, I was like, "Yeah, I guess I could see that."
Much like the girl eating the bowl of cereal with her,
Right.
It's like similarities, but when you really look, you're like, nah, not quite.
Right.
Yeah. Although it would have been funny to, Photoshop your head in there, like all nonchalant, sure. Like, and just post the picture.
Like, you like my 8-bit Don scarf?
It's fine and all, but I got a 16-bit Don scarf.
Next level.
Oh yeah, well I got a 32. Enough.
Yeah, we get it.
It gets really weird when you start talking about like Sega CD and stuff. That's
Well, my Dawn Scarf's 1080p.
like, all right, I don't.
All right, jeez, I didn't want a high res Dawn Scarf. You can see the veins and everything.
Oh. Yeah, put your hand on it. You can feel my heartbeat.
It's like a fire hose running through this thing.
Oh my. Yeah, I don't think I would wear one. That's not me. But no. I could definitely.
If someone made it for me, I'd almost feel obligated to wear it.
I could certainly see you wearing that though.
Plus, then I could just be like, dong heat.
Right. Well, here's why I could
Which
see.
Which sounds like an awful 80s movie.
Or band, yeah.
It's like.
That Don Johnson movie. Fuck, what was it? It's, oh no, that's Heartbeat. Just picture him singing that song Heartbeat, but Dong Beat. Dong Heat, yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, horrible. No, I could see you wearing it if for no other reason is it's a great conversation starter.
Well, yeah.
I could seriously see you walking around Beer Fest with that on. Just people
I would
walking up.
Wear it to Beer Fest.
That's what I'm saying.
Put my tokens in one to nuts.
Right. I could totally see people coming up to you going, and you just enjoying the fact that it's random associating with strangers.
Like, is that a dick? Absolutely.
What about that scarf? Oh my.
Oh shit.
Oh man. That's yeah, by the way, I didn't join in the voting on whether you should or should not get, that scarf, but I'm totally on board. Like if Road can find a way, then it should be done.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe like a dong scarf and like a vagina hat or something. I don't know.
Oh God.
It'll look like one of those Rastafari hats with the dreads hanging out.
I really want you to have some weird like landing strip thing or something going on with it. I'm not sure. Some pubic pattern.
Some sort of pubic pattern.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Whoa, I just wrecked the mic here. Oh, man. Damn it. Because, at some point, T will be drunk enough that we'll have the donk scarf on him and taking all sorts of embarrassing pictures. Yeah.
Of course. Give him a, Roman war helmet with it.
Yes. Here, stick your face in this pocket. This is kind of weird. Oh, man. Just put a bunch of tadpoles in one of the pockets.
Because why not?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, shit. All right, well, let's see. Got anything else for the week?
Yeah, actually.
What?
Yeah,
I have some other stuff we can talk about. But...
Did you see? I was trying to get some sort of salty language Nerdist crossover.
Yeah,
going.
I saw that died a really quick death. It didn't even grow on the vine; it died on.
No, it died immediately on the vine. Well, it's one of those random things that I don't know if you ever heard Kate Walsh outside of Grey's Anatomy or anything.
I have not heard Kate Walsh. I heard of, but
I listened to her episode on Nerdist, and she's hilarious. Like, she used to do improv.
Oh, okay.
That was her thing, and then she just kind of got into actual acting,
Yeah.
And so I'm never the tweet at a celebrity guy.
Yeah, you are. Don't lie.
Nah.
You're always tweeting hi at him.
Hello. But,
is it me you're looking for? Oh.
But so I tweeted at her like, hey, just heard you at Nerdist. It was hilarious. Followed.
Yeah.
Which, like an hour later, she responded.
Yeah.
With a quote tweet, which I didn't have the heart to tell her bad form.
Right. At least she didn't just steal the tweet.
Yeah. But I was like, oh, that's cool. And I just favored. I'm not going to, I didn't retweet it. I didn't respond back because although a lot of people did respond back to her for off of mine.
Yeah.
With like creepy shit like, hey, babe, and hearts. And
well, she's a woman on Twitter.
Yeah. It was like,
and
weird.
Guys on the internet are guys on the internet.
But then like an hour after that, Chris Hardwick responds to it.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yep.
So then I had to throw out the, hey, guys, are we feeling a podcast crossover happening here?
Nope.
Nothing. I was hoping at least get a favorite or something.
Yeah, no.
Because I would have screen capped it, because
They
why not?
probably didn't want to give you any hope.
No. I just thought, because I was like, I have to respond now. I have to respond to something.
Right.
That was all I was thinking.
It's like, I see, you guys can just, access your fans through my feed, but...
And although to be fair, I mean, it netted me some new followers and stuff, because people are just like, who's this guy?
Yeah, they're like, oh, he knows Kate Walsh and Chris Hardwick.
And our Chris Hardwick is crazy. I just thought it was entertaining.
Yeah. Like, clearly he's super popular because celebrities respond to him.
Amazing. He's got a beard and a podcast. I'm in.
I wonder if he's a lumbersexual. Ding!
Take a picture now. Shit.
Yeah, right.
Go out the garage, get my axe real quick.
Yeah. And your dong scarf.
Yeah, wow. Of course. Duh.
Because, gotta stay warm and nuzzle up when you're chopping wood.
Now, wouldn't like a dong sash be more appropriate because it can like hang at your waist?
It does seem like it would be,
right?
Yeah. Although it seems like it would, get you in more trouble.
Probably.
Yeah, because I'm sure you'd be, anytime someone fell, you'd probably be, dangling over them or whatever.
Oh, it'd be like anytime you kill somebody in Halo, right?
Yeah.
You gotta teabag them real quick.
Right. Exactly. Dragging it over their head.
Exactly. Hit them with the sash
slowly.
Of course.
So they can feel it scraping up the back of their neck.
Hells yes. Oh, God.
Gross.
Also, this is weird, too. Did you see our we're going to go local, Brian.
All right, let's.
Going local. We're at our local shopping mall. You see the new policy they have? The youth supervision policy?
No, I saw someone tweet about or mention it on the face page, but I didn't really pay attention.
It's basically like, I think it's after, on weekends.
Yeah.
It's after 4 o'clock, I think it is.
Uh-huh.
If you're 18 and under and you don't have an adult with you, you're out.
It's really too bad. I hate going to the mall.
It's the get the fuck out policy if you're 17 and younger.
Right. It sounds like a policy I would make. Like, because it seems like in seriousness, seems like that, I don't know if that's good or bad for the,
I don't know.
I
know they've had a lot of shenanigans at that mall, like fisticuffs and stuff.
Which is, I'm sure, just like, the city has its own curfew and, like I remember, I forgot what movie it was we went to see. Remember we went to a late showing and I was like, oh my God, there's no kids in here. I'm like, I love this place right now. Because
that's kind of where I'm at, because I hate going to the mall, but
yeah.
If there was that whole herd of shithead kids not there,
yeah,
it might not be that bad.
I think the herd of shithead kids is only like half of what I hate about the mall, though.
Well, you're probably right.
Because I don't want to stink like cologne/perfumes, and every store seems to now have that.
Right.
Like I walked through the food court a couple of weeks ago, and I could smell
Chick-fil-A.
Dude, I could smell cologne in the food court.
That's because of all the people in there eating.
That's probably true. No,
it wasn't cologne. It was Axe.
Probably. Oh, it was horrible, though. I'm like, when you're standing around in the food court, you should probably only be able to smell various foods. And or body
quote
odor.
Unquote foods.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Foodstuffs, if you will. Food products.
I mean, I won't be really interested in going to malls still anyway, but I just kind of thought that was a little interesting.
It is interesting, though, for like some of the stores that, like, because I know there aren't that many stores that are like, I don't know. I don't even know what the kids are into these days. I'm too fucking old for this. But
hula hoops?
Yeah, something like that. Pac-Man. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like Hot Topic.
Yeah. Yeah, a store
which I know
like
a
that.
lot of, older like guys or whatever will go there and shop.
Right.
But they really gear towards the younger generation.
Right. So I could see a store like that potentially taking a
hit.
Yeah. Like
sure.
a significant hit.
Right.
Because a lot of kids kids have always gone to the mall to hang out. That's just always been a thing, Right. So now, they can't unless there's adult supervision, which I wonder exactly what the line in that is. If one of the kids is 18, does that count?
I don't know.
Right.
It's not terribly specific.
Yeah.
I know it's basically like they're going to have people at the doors checking your papers. Basically, is what
are they like
like
stamping your hands at the door?
yeah, they're checking IDs at the door.
It's like going to a concert.
If you're underage, you're out. They tell you to leave.
All right. I mean, I don't have to worry about it because I'm way past that. But yeah, it's an interesting thing though.
Yeah, for sure.
I would think they ran it past the the stores first. I mean, they must really be having some issues with kids if it's gotten to that.
I mean, you know how for a while there was a Westfield Mall, all prestigious and fancy. Yeah. Not anymore. It's just Franklin Park Mall again.
Yep, I saw that.
Yeah. So I mean, I know they've definitely had some shit happen there.
Yeah.
The old food court fights, and I mean, unfortunately, that mall has become the shitty mall. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, well, I mean, you know, when you open two malls in the higher
ended neighborhoods,
just by default, it becomes the shitty mall.
Right.
Even though it's still not, and it's still not in a bad neighborhood. It's just, you know, it's of the three malls? Yeah.
3, yeah, because the other ones have all closed.
Yeah, of the 3 malls in the area, it's definitely the low-end one.
Yeah, for sure. I saw it online. I was like, oh, that is crazy.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do we got here? Oh, man. I know this happened like a kind of a while ago, but it happened like after we recorded. But I just wanted to say a quick thing about like Stuart Scott passing away.
Oh, right.
Man, it kind of killed me because,
Watch out, Forrest Whitaker.
I've, growing up, I love me some SportsCenter. And Stuart Scott was like the guy, you know?
Right.
Like he was him and Rich Eisen, or him and Dan Patrick, or him and what's his name? Scott Van Pelt. Those 3 have been like the main SportsCenter anchors that I remember for the longest time. And then later on, like Butchie Gross was in there and some of the other guys with Stuart Scott, but it was always like Stuart Scott and someone else. You know, on the 11 or whatever SportsCenter, the big boy SportsCenter. So, and I remember SportsCenter before him, and it wasn't that exciting to watch the sports recaps, and some of the stuff you get tired of hearing booyah and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, it's like I enjoyed what he brought and what others have brought because of what he kind of kicked the door through for, like since then. Because I just watching sports highlights is just boring to me.
Well, yeah, they got it spiced up with quips and whatnot.
Right. And by far my favorite tribute anybody did for him was Rich Eisen on the NFL Network. Did one where he did the whole package of, was it Cincinnati and Indianapolis, I believe it was. He did the whole highlight package with a bunch of Stuart Scott catchphrases.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and the other guys are just, like cheering him on through the whole thing. It was fantastic. It was, like a 2 or 3 minute bit, but he put in, cool as the other side of the pillow and booyah and, like call me butter because I'm on a roll. Just all those, just
the classics, all the hits.
And I know a lot of them he didn't create or anything, but it's still the idea he was the first one to apply them to what he was doing.
Right.
So, that was pretty cool. I actually meant to bookmark a link to that in case anyone wanted to see it, but you can just Google it if you want to. I don't know if we'll have it on the site or not, but you can Google it.
Hey, why not? We're always looking for videos.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's just a couple minutes of Rich Eisen calling, I just loved it because the other guys just kind of got out of the way and just let him pay tribute to a good friend of his.
Yeah, for sure.
And for those who don't know, Stuart Scott, it was like his 3rd or 4th go around with cancer, and I just loved that he had the attitude of like, I'm not going to let this define me. Still got up every day, went and did his workouts, his MMA type workouts.
Right.
Like completely exhausted himself between that and his chemo and whatnot, to the point that he was just empty by the time he was done with his workout. But again, he wasn't going to let cancer tell him,
tell him what to do.
Yeah, you can't go do this anymore. So, I'd pour one out if I had one right now.
Got some water or something.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all I got on that.
Right.
So let's see. Let's go. Well, I guess we kind of stay in some sports a little bit here. So you saw about John Jones.
Ooh.
Now you know why I wanted the sound drop, right?
Yeah. Talking about this, Brian?
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, he tested positive for, like, trace amounts. Nice. And, trace amounts of cocaine. Not before, not in the pre-fight or the post-fight from the Cormier deal, but this was just a random drug test.
Right.
And he immediately went into rehab.
And then I think it just came out too, didn't it? That his testosterone was higher than it should have been
I didn't
too.
see that. That's no good.
Yeah.
Wow. I'll tell you what. It's funny because with the cocaine thing, I saw right. I saw a lot of people talking about it, and they're like, because UFC's, we're going to stand by him. He's going into rehab, blah, blah, blah. But there's, people have asked, why aren't they stripping him of the belt?
Right.
Why are they not doing that? And I was like, so I actually saw someone respond to it with, well, he didn't do anything wrong or illegal. And I'm like, pretty sure that is illegal.
Pretty sure you're right. Last time I checked.
I could totally see UFC
Pretty sure it's a Schedule I drug.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure UFC's not going to cut him because he makes them all sorts of money.
Because he's John Jones.
Yeah. And, but, whew, boy, if that, and then what you were saying, boy, if his testosterone was elevated, oh, man, that's bad news right there.
Yeah.
Because that's true, they're going to probably have to strip him of the belt.
For sure.
Because now because someone pointed out, cocaine's not a performance enhancer, and I'm like, isn't it? I don't know.
Well, I think I read somewhere it can stay in your system for 30 days or something.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that he just got back from Brazil?
Yeah.
He's down there just doing rails off of them big asses.
Right. As his tradition.
Big, delicious Brazilian booties.
Right. The name of my new band. Yeah.
Chopping them off at the Neils and whatnot.
Nice. This is a rough one, though, because it's I love John Jones, and normally I don't go for the guys who come across, really conceited and stuff. Normally they get on my nerves after a while.
Right.
And I've always I've liked this dude, from the second he came into UFC, because he was just so different. But, boy, it's going to be hard to stay on the side of him when, if he's going to be as arrogant as he's been, because he was really arrogant after the Cormier fight.
Well, it's one of those things. I mean, how old is he? Mid-20s?
27,
early
I think.
20s?
Yeah, he's 27, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Super young.
He's still young.
Yeah.
And, he's that young, and he's one of the top fighters in the world.
But, man, how dumb...
He's going to be arrogant.
How dumb do you have to be? Or, again, I guess this goes with arrogance. And, sorry, that's an old wrestling reference for those who may not know. How arrogant do you have to be to do coke that close to your title fight?
Damn it, missed.
Dr. Roxo.
Settle down, John.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Why wouldn't you wait until after you win the fight?
Yeah, really.
That way, if you
have a party.
Right. That way, if you're going to get suspended, it's during your downtime when you're not allowed to fight generally anyway. Because
you know why, Brian?
No.
Big, delicious Brazilian booties.
I thought you were going to say cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Oh.
See, that's why I wanted the Dr. Roxo drop instead, because, man, I saw so many people posting the meme or that soundbite from Chappelle's show.
Right.
It's like, yeah, we get it. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. I prefer Dr. Roxo. Yeah. So there's that.
There is that.
Yeah.
I guess in some sort of weird segue, I'm going to go for another country here.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, I was looking at our Google Analytics for our website, to see the traffic and shit we're getting.
Yeah.
And a majority of our traffic comes from the United States.
Right.
Which makes sense.
America, right.
America. But when you click on the cities, can you guess what the number one city for visitors of saltylanguage.com is, Brian?
Temperance, Michigan.
One would think, right?
Just us. Oh.
It's Moscow. So the KGB is all up in our shit, son. So we got to watch what we say.
So not only do we have to worry about Ryan recording us, but now we have to worry about... This is going to be so much fun when he's like, what are you guys talking about?
What the fuck?
I don't... Really, Moscow, huh?
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Maybe it has something to do with... we did have a show with Moscow in the title of it, so maybe that has something to do with it?
I don't know. That was a while ago.
True enough. Or maybe it has to do with our constant Rocky references. I don't know.
I don't...
I got nothing.
Yeah, fucking Rocky with his, he breaks the Berlin Wall of his speech or whatever.
Dude, you saw that he's making another
Rambo's Second Blood
and another Rocky
or Last Blood or whatever it's called, and another Rocky.
And another Rocky.
Well,
yep.
I mean, the guy's like 83 and he's shredded.
Well, yeah, HGH will do that to you.
I know. I want some.
I kind of do too. I mean, if
Jesus Christ.
if all I have to do is take that and I get in that shape, I'd be fine. But I still have
He's
to go
got
do
like
the
a
work.
42 pack.
Yeah, it's true.
His pecs have pecs.
Although I will say he does look like an old man that's shredded. He doesn't look like a youthful man that's shredded.
But dude,
yeah.
if I'm 83 and a half
and alive. Wait, that's just me. Sorry, I'm projecting here.
Right. Yeah, if I'm 83 and a half, I would opt to have the Stallone look as opposed to every other 83-year-old guy I see.
Probably true, yeah.
Which is they basically look dumpy and half retarded.
Now I will say there is one exception, and that's if I can look like Jack LaLanne at that age, because I want to wear that suit.
Oh,
I'm gonna wear his like pantsuit.
Right. Unless there is one exception also.
The woman you were talking about earlier?
Well, slow down.
All right.
It's the no Stallone look, no Jack LaLanne look. You look old, dumpy, and half retarded.
Yeah.
But you got the old man dick like a tree trunk, and just tear it up in the nursing home.
And you're always wearing really tight pants.
Well, of course,
to show off your bulges.
Well, yeah, duh. Like look at my slacks, Ethel.
My trousers.
Look at that. Herbert's not even pushing his walker with his hands.
Hey, Ethel, every time you get around here, my pants get shorter.
Oh, Herbert. Is that a bingo dot in your pocket?
Oh, that's too good. It's where I keep my can of tennis balls, if you catch my drift.
Oh.
Oh, man. That's disturbing.
Yes, it is.
But you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Sure.
Because the only other option from there would be it's kind of a conglomeration of some of them, or an amalgamation, if you will.
Right.
Or a prostatiditation. Sorry.
Ooh.
I can't remember what was that? It was a sketch. I think it was on In Living Color or whatever, where the guy always used the wrong word, but he used like really long words. I want to say it was like
Home in a Cloud.
No, it was one that like I think it was Damon Wayans though.
Right.
But he was like, let me prophesize on it, and he'd always use like the wrong words, and people are always like looking at him. Anyway, moving on. Because I can't remember what it was. It would be to just be that like tree trunk of an old man with the old man's strength.
Right.
You know,
that weird old man strength.
Right, where you have to
like
use a
epic beard man who beat the shit out of you in the bus.
You have to use like a cane to get around, but you also can beat the hell out of somebody with that cane.
Right.
And I don't mean just because it's a cane, but it's, actually you don't even need it. You just beat them with your hands.
Well, for sure.
As is tradition.
Well, nice. Yeah, bong sound effect.
Yo, Cheeto, you got that right? Anyway, he's supplying his own sound effect.
It's true.
Oh, man. Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. But I just don't.
Tearing up the nursing home?
Oh, yeah, I mean, obviously.
All right, let's go. Wait, not now. Oh.
Oh. Well, what fun is that? I don't want to have to sit in a bathtub with her first.
Shower puking. Wonder how that's going in California right now.
I'm sure it's fine.
I'm sure everyone's just merrily asleep. Oh no, we keep getting tweets from Neil. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Do you know, it's funny because their tweets to us remind me of things you and I have sent to other people.
Yeah, I know.
What is different?
Usually it's me apologizing the next day for all the lewd things I've sent people.
Meanwhile,
sorry.
I'm just trying to put things back together, like piecing, like what happened?
Yeah, for sure.
Where's my shirts?
My bad. My Dawn scarf was tweeting. I'm sorry.
That'll happen. That'll happen.
So I've been listening to a bunch of new podcasts.
Me too.
Well, by a bunch, I mean like 2.
Oh, I have a few more. 2 more than that.
I started listening to Musings of a Shibe, or Shibe. I'm assuming Shibe.
It's Shibe, yeah.
Yeah. Because, they've kind of reached out to us on the Twitter. She's reached out to us a little bit.
Yep.
And it's about the cryptocurrency, which I know very little about. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be first to admit, way above my head.
Yep. Yeah.
I would prefer to trade in badger pelts.
Pointy sticks and rocks.
Yes, sticks, rocks, shiny objects.
Those are the things that I deal with.
Yeah, I listened to a few episodes of that.
Yeah.
It's like a nice little 30-minute nugget of information.
There you go. Yep. Agreed. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
What? I guess we'll alternate. What else? What are you listening to?
I listen to Cool Story Show. Which,
right.
They're a fairly new podcast, but they've been, we've had a couple of back and forth on the Twitters.
The Twitter.
And they've been, retweeting our shit, so figured we'll throw them a shout out as well.
For sure.
Good stuff. Just some guys sitting around, just having a conversation. Sounds familiar.
Does sound familiar.
That's why I liked it, because I was like, see, that's what I like. Just some buddies sitting around. What?
Do they talk about old man tree trunk dick?
I only listened to one episode so far, so
right.
maybe.
I mean,
now granted, with us, you could probably pick about any episode and we've talked about some old man dick, but
that's true.
I don't know
right.
why now that I'm really kind of sad about that.
Yeah. It's 180 episodes of shit. Enjoy.
Right.
Plus bonus podcasts.
Yes. All right, so what you got?
I've also been listening to S. Anthony Says.
Yep, me too.
Which I've been enjoying a lot.
Yeah.
Should definitely listen to that podcast.
Even though he called us out.
You bastards.
Even though he called us out for admitting that we drank the Jaeger Spice.
Yeah, well, I think it's pretty tasty.
Listen, there's like 90 bottles of it that our group of friends has to consume, so.
It's right there. I just looked at it.
Yep.
I think I got drunk by looking at it.
You might have. I'm pretty drunk just by staring at that cabinet.
It's like the drunk of the covenant or whatever. Don't look at it. Keep your eyes closed.
Melt.
Yeah, melt.
Next thing you know, you're in the shower.
What happened?
It's kind of
I don't remember if I said it on our New Year's podcast. The only reason I puked in the shower was because the toilet was occupied.
Right.
I can't remember if I told that or not.
Occupado.
Yeah, it's like either puke on Don's back or puke on the shower.
I think he should have puked on his back.
I'm starting to think so.
Yeah.
Because I had to clean that shower the next day.
Well, you probably would have had to clean well, somebody might have cleaned it. I don't know.
Don just would have taken it home with him.
He's a trooper.
Yeah, he's a trooper. Like a backpack.
Yeah,
like a military rucksack.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking. I was thinking about something about him taking loads on his back, but all right.
Oh, okay.
As is tradition. Let's see. I also listened to Salt City Popcast.
I kind of feel like we should have a rivalry just because of the salt thing.
But they're from Salt City, so I mean.
Yeah. All right, fine.
We're just salting the earth over here. That's what we do.
Spreading our seed.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So,
Again,
well, I guess I'm not anymore. Science!
But yeah, again, group of fine chaps sitting around having a conversation, which, like I said, they talk about pop culture stuff and, good shit. I recommend them. Go have a listen.
And I've also been listening to, and thank you for bringing it to my attention that his iTunes feed is back up.
Yeah. Our
Pale Rambo down in Florida in a little punch drunk.
The one-man army.
One-man army.
Yeah.
And he's flying solo now. His co-hosts have abandoned him at the helm.
Right. As is tradition.
As it's tradition. So I would recommend that you listen to a show because it is entertaining. Rambo's a great guy.
Yes.
And on Mondays, 9 o'clock.
Mondays.
God damn it. Monday.
Solomon Grundy. Anyway.
Nice. He goes live at 9 o'clock on Mondays.
Yeah.
Call him up, 484-994-2573. Because he's looking to just bullshit with people.
Yeah. And also with the live thing, I'm not entirely sure. I think he still does the chat room thing.
I think so too.
Yeah. And if so, you can jump in there and have a conversation. Although I will say that if you're in there having various conversations, he will yell at you on the show if you make points, but you won't call in because you're too much of a pussy to call in.
That's fair.
But that's fair. Yeah. That's why we love him.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's Monday nights at 9 is just bad timing for me.
Right.
I have a hard time interacting and shit.
Oh, right.
You know?
Right.
I'm usually, taking care of chillins or about ready to go to bed myself. Because, it's Monday and I'm old.
Yeah. It's a school night, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah, follow Rambo over at, I can't remember. Punch Drunk Rambo's his Twitter.
Yeah, and the show is LIL, a little punch drunk.
A little punch drunk. Like a little guy. He just want to tussle his hair. Except Rambo's not a little guy, and he has no hair to tussle.
Oh, yeah.
Except for his beard. Yeah. I highly recommend you attempting to go tussle his beard.
Yes, please. And film it, because I want to see the awesomeness of you getting beat down.
Unless you catch his eye, then, whatever.
Oh, that's true. You might wink.
Yeah.
And who knows what'll happen.
Right?
Magic.
Yeah. You're probably still going to get hit.
Probably.
That's fair, though.
Yeah.
You got any other podcasts you listen to?
No, there's one I downloaded, but I haven't listened to yet called Heavy Cardboard.
Okay.
And it's about board games.
Oh, I was hoping it was about breakdancing.
That would be awesome.
Right?
Or if it's just all about breaking. They examine 15 minutes of movie Breakin' and talk about it for 3 hours.
The official Breakin' companion podcast.
That would be so great. That's what our next project is.
We need to do that.
Yes. But yeah, I haven't listened to them yet. Yeah. But I love playing board games. So, yeah. And that's one of the things I really like about Comic Book Roast is they talk a lot of board games too.
Yeah, true.
I was like, I'll check out these Heavy Cardboard guys. But I haven't listened, so I have no opinion as of right now.
Right. So you just gave them a shout-out, even though their show could be god-awful, which I'm
sure
it's
sitting in my podcast queue, but I haven't listened.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
I guess we'll allow it then. We can always redact this if...
Yeah, edit. Yeah. Brian, take that out.
Right. I'll just go back and, there'll just be a weird empty spot there.
Yeah, we'll just fill it with, rattling of, ice in a tumbler.
Or the sound of Tony doing a backspin on a piece of cardboard.
Nice.
Yeah.
True.
It'd be really weird.
Yeah.
What is that noise?
Do the worm, once. And just go, oh, my genitals. And just lay there in pain.
Yeah, probably.
my Dawn scarf.
Nice. All right, well, let's see here. What else we got? Well, before we move on, I think we should do a quick break here, and then we'll come back and we'll talk comics and TVs and more old man dick and
well, duh,
all the things you expect from this podcast. Wait, so yeah, we'll be right back.
Hey listeners, this is Jedi from over at Geek Dig, the second sexiest podcast on the network, and proud Salty Language Patreon. These guys do a hell of a job, don't they? Well, go help them out. Not right now, you gotta finish listening to this episode, but as soon as you're done listening, here's what you do. Go to saltylanguage.com, scroll to the bottom of the page, and click the link that says, I want to be a supporter. From there, it's up to you. So, go back to listening. Remember, when it comes time to take over the world, make sure you're on the geek side.
Warning, the hosts of Little Punch Drunk are proud to present to you a show like any other. With that in mind, if you listen to the show, there are no way responsible for any and all side effects that may include insomnia, paranoia, dizziness, lightheadedness, hysteria, acid reflux, heartburn, diarrhea, constipation, narcolepsy, epilepsy, infidelity, gluten, insanity, senility, mental instability, sterility, or any other illity. They also are not responsible for any dryness, wetness, sensitivity to light or sound, nightmares, daymares, spontaneous combustion, immaculate conception, loss of sight, taste, or inhibitions, telekinesis, paralysis, nor will they take credit for any loss of faith, life, limbs, clothing, dignity, or morals, demonic possession, or sudden change of sexual orientation, ejaculation, or total loss of humor. You should not indulge in Little Punch Drunk if you are pregnant or may become pregnant, breastfeeding, taking any mind-altering medications, or have any heart conditions. If you are experiencing itching, rashes, nausea, blindness, deafness, or loss of sexual appetite, please stop your intake of Little Punch Drunk and call your physician immediately. For the rest of you, thanks for not pussying out and enjoy the show.
It's time to crack open a cold one, because this is A Little Punch Drunk. And I am, of course, your host, Rambo. And seeing as how we are now embarking on a brand new year, I figure it's about time to give you a brand new show. Now, that's not to say we're not still going to have your favorite segments like It Must Have Been in Florida and The Adventures of Naked Man. That just means I'm going to be shaking things up a little bit by giving you a plethora of different interviews and guest hosts. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, how am I going to get on A Little Punch Drunk? It's easier than you think. If you're the host of a podcast or any other kind of internet entertainment venue, or hell, if you're in the Orlando area and you're an artist or you have a band of your own or just something you need to plug and promote, it's pretty simple. Just email alittlepunchdrunk@gmail.com. Leave me your name, your information, and I'll get right back to you. For the rest of you, you can just tune in every Monday night at 9 p.m. at www.littlepunchdrunk.com. If you can't catch the show live, you can always catch it on the website. We're also on Stitcher and iTunes. You can also call the show at 484-994-ALPD. And as always, if you like what you hear, tell your friends. If you hated it, tell your enemies. It's all the same to me. Rock on.
Yo, salty language, we back up in this. Brah, brah, brah.
As I just ruined your soundbite there just because I got nothing to come off of that with.
Oh, you didn't see that coming.
I didn't. You're correct.
Brah, brah. That's me shooting our competition.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Our lawyers have just told me that I should say that salty language does not condone shooting our competition.
Okay, fine.
But we're not saying don't do it. No.
So, what do you want to talk about now, Brian? Now that we've had breaks and stuff, and we're back, and people got to listen to awesome commercials.
Right. Boy, we got a decent amount of stuff here. Let's talk some. Well, let's get the TV whatnot out of the way real quick.
All right.
So, real quick before we get into like Gotham, did you watch Agent Carter?
No.
No. Okay. It's a pretty good show.
Is it?
Yeah, I had no interest in it, and then so I posted on Facebook. I was like, okay, I have no interest in this. Basically, like, give me a reason to watch it.
Right.
And I had a few people that were like, hey, because it's really good. The setting is, strong, blah, blah. And I watched it, and it's a really good show. Like, it, hands down, I would watch this I would watch this 4 times in a row before I would watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. once.
Really?
So, yeah.
All right, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it was a pretty good show. There's only going to be like 8 episodes of it, too, so it's not like it's a long run. But
I've been very invested in Cutthroat Kitchen lately, so.
Because it's on Netflix, or?
Just because we have a ton of them on DVR.
Okay. Netflix put like a best of.
I was, a Cutthroat Kitchen fan before Netflix.
So you're saying you were an enthusiast, if you will.
Yes, I was an enthusiast.
Yeah, it's a show I keep wanting to watch, but I don't get cable channels in my room, so I can't really.
Oh, there's nothing finer than watching someone try to prepare a Cuban sandwich using only a cigar cutter.
Well, unless it's me, because I invented that technique.
Well, yeah, of course.
There's nothing better than your ham and other things in the bread cut with a cigar cutter.
Yes, with a cigar cutter.
Now, see, the secret is to, after you cut cigars with it, to not wash it so that when you cut the sandwich, they get that nice aroma from the cigar.
Essence of Cuban.
Exactly.
Yes.
Ugh.
No, but no. Okay, I'll have to check that show out then.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely liked it. Like I said, I won't say I was surprised by it, because looking at the commercials and stuff, I was kind of like, I just don't really care, But watching it, I was like, this is actually a pretty good. This is actually a pretty good show. And like I said, it's only like, I can't remember if it's a 6-part or an 8-part. I think it's an 8-part series.
Ooh, a TV miniseries.
Yes.
Ugh.
It takes place in like the 40s, so you have Howard Stark and whatnot working in there, along with, I can't remember the woman who plays Agent Carter, but she's fantastic. I mean, it's the same woman who played it in Captain America.
Has Howard Stark ever been like, ha, 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 why don't you get me a coffee?
Not as much him, but there's definitely a lot of misogyny in it because, as is tradition. Those were the times. So,
hey there, sweetheart. Smacks her on the ass.
Now, see, what's funny is you're saying that, and I'm in my head, I keep fighting to keep it Howard Stark and not allow it to become Sean Connery. Hey there, sweetheart. Slap. It's just...
That's across the face, not across the behind.
Well, of course. Yeah. God, what an idiot. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So in a potentially... It was funny because, two of the people that were talking about the show to me, selling it to me, both were like it's way better than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I was they clearly know who they're talking to, because that's a better way to sell it to me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, all right, so let's talk about Gotham now. So as you can tell, Tony's also an enthusiast about Gotham.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide. I thought when it was getting towards the end of the season break that they have to take for some dumb reason,
right.
I thought it was getting better.
Yeah.
I didn't really care for this last episode.
Yeah, because I thought before break, sending Gordon to be a guard at Arkham. Yeah, I was like, okay, this will give us some different stories. Probably introduce a couple of characters in Gotham, or I did it now too, in Arkham. Yeah. And plus that gives you the inside setting of, because Arkham is a character in Gotham. You know, it really wasn't though.
It just was it had no, I don't know.
It feels like a person with no soul, doesn't it?
Kinda.
Like it's there, it exists, but it's just there's just something not quite.
And there's fucking stupid Selena Kyle and Poison Ivy doing her dumb "I'm homeless children" bit, crashing at Jim Gordon's place.
How awful was the phone bit between Barbara and Ivy?
Yes. How do you not know that's a kid?
Right? I'm a friend of Jim's.
I knew it. Jim's a pedophile.
Right. The best part is that, Barbara gets all honked off about it. I'm like, didn't you just run off with your lesbian lover? Am I wrong? I'm pretty sure you just ran off with your lesbian lover.
Don't you still have vagina breath? What are we doing here?
Yeah, it's I'm pretty sure. I'm not wrong here.
Although they did allude to her being, on the drugs.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So, that might explain why she thought a homeless ginger was Jim's new boyfriend.
Maybe.
A homeless 9-year-old ginger.
Wait, you just said boyfriend.
Whatever. You know what I'm saying.
No, I think you're saying something really different than what happened.
Oh.
All of a sudden, Jim's not just a pedophile.
Have you not watched the behind-the-scenes stuff?
I guess I missed out. Oh man.
No, yeah. That was one part that actually made me angry when she called and Ivy answers the phone for some reason.
Yeah. No.
Hey, we're crashing at this house. I'm going to answer the phone because I'm a fucking idiot.
You finally got your wish, though. You got an episode with no Bruce Wayne.
You know what? You're right. That cheered me up a little bit.
Although there was also no Alfred, and Alfred's a good character. Alfred's one of the few good characters on the show.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah. I was surprised that they went and I was kind of surprised that they just left the storyline of, Bruce and Selena when they ran away and stuff. I'm surprised they kind of just left that alone for a whole episode.
Right.
Like the people chasing him and all that. They just kind of were and just moved to. I mean, I know the key of this one was to set up the mystery in Arkham with Jim, which I thought was okay, except that you could see who the villain was a mile away.
Yes.
I mean, I was okay. I was going to say, am I wrong in that? You could, from minute one, you could tell that woman and that guy, because that guy was acting like he's the only one acting like a creep.
Right.
In the whole freaking place. Everybody else is and they're all we're just in here because we're bad people, but we're sociopaths. And then that guy's so detective. It's okay, Mr. Gone, let's slow down here. Right. It's could you be a little creepier? I mean, God. The two characters that seemed the most obviously as weirdos or bad guys in Arkham were the bad guys.
Right.
Sorry, Spurlers. I mean, I like the addition of Nurse. Oh God, I'm so bad with names.
Just say Nurse Ratchet. Let's go Cuckoo's Nest.
She was the wife on Homeland, and she was the alien leader on V. And I can't think of her name though. But anyways, but this was Tompkins, right?
Nurse Hot Pants.
Nurse Hot Pants. It is. Yeah. But I was okay, because she's an integral part of the Batman universe. So cool, they introduced her.
Yeah, I not really feeling it.
How many episodes do you think Gordon stays in Arkham?
I bet you they keep him in there
Rest
until
of the season?
season 2.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
And I don't think they should, but I'm also I will say, I'm kind of glad they didn't just immediately like, oh, blah, blah, at the end of this one and then bring him right back.
Right.
You
Some
know?
shit's going to go down in Arkham, and then it's going to spread to the city, and Bullock's going to be like, Jim, we need you out here, man.
Yeah. Like, oh, I would, bro, except I'm all up in Arkham, man.
Yeah, you check my brown security guard duds, dude.
I look good in them, though, according to the chief or whatever, which is really inappropriate of her to say.
Well, yeah.
But then
she just wants some of that golden dick, son.
Obviously. Well, she knows he's not going after fish. Barbara, you know.
Well, that's true.
Because he knows she's off, you know. She's over at the pier, if you catch my drift.
You got that right. Bumping donuts and whatnot.
All right, so what about the
fish breath Barbara?
What about the penguin story part? Where he tries to raise the fees to, you know, break off a little piece for his own self.
Right.
Don Maroney was not
like
amused.
what's his face is the penguin.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever his name is.
He's got 3 names. It's something Robin Taylor or something like that.
And spoilers for the end of the episode. I like how Fish Mooney's dude just whacked that guy. When he's
kind of
like, hey,
saw it coming.
You should come join us. And he's like, hey, you remember that time we did stuff and we were like friendly? And then he capped him in the face.
That's a good story, though. I like that. I gave you all the shitty cuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, again, I kind of saw it coming, but it was still cool, you know, cool that they went through with it. They didn't, you know, they didn't back off of it. Cause,
I kind of like Fish Mooney's right-hand dude. He's got like a nice sense of humor about the character does, and clearly he's not afraid to get his hands dirty.
No, because he didn't send someone else to do that. He went and took care of that himself.
Yeah.
So that sets up, you know, going forward, obviously, that puts her to where now she can make a better claim at going after, you know, Falcone's position or whatever.
Right.
Or Maroney's, or I forgot who the hell she's going after. I don't even know.
You say the Bronies?
Yeah. Yeah, Don the Brony. You know, Batista from Dexter.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Or Batista from wrestling.
That'd be funny, just all of a sudden he become like, oh, that's different.
Yeah,
all right.
That's crazy. Dude's been lifting weights.
Yeah. And changing ethnicities and such.
Yeah,
right,
and getting tattoos and stuff.
All right. It's like a soap opera. Man, I just don't know how much more I can give to this show. Like, I can't.
Yeah.
I want to like it so bad. I really do. I just can't.
You know what I'm missing? Heroin Flash.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the thing is with this. Like I mentioned when we recorded with Depth Pod, I mentioned to Neil that this show is the first show off a break. Man, this show has to hit the ground running. It's supposed to, you know, like really set you up for the second half of the season. And there's nothing that happened in this episode that I was like, aside from the end, I think.
Right.
That really sets me up for like, okay, let's see where this goes. Don't care about the Gordon and Arkham angle that much because they haven't really given me a reason to just yet. Although, with his boss conveniently getting whacked.
But what about that children's squatters storyline?
Oh, you're right.
That's so
terrible.
Not compelling at all.
Yeah, and this is why they shouldn't have made them kids when everybody else is adults. They should have at least made them like
teens, maybe.
Yeah, I wish they would have shown like Batman's origin, fast forwarded till he was like 15, and then started from there, rather than having him like 10 or whatever the hell he is, 12. I don't know. It's just I don't know.
Or just focus on Gordon and the Gotham Police and leave all these super villains as kids out of it.
I really would have just preferred that, but
yeah.
Because, you know, the supervillains didn't really hit until Batman did and whatnot, so, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Ugh.
But you still could have had Penguin, because he's not a supervillain.
Right.
He's just a weird dude.
Like a crime boss.
Yeah, and you could have still had characters like that, you know.
For sure.
You know, had Maroney and Falcone and, you know, and Catwoman even. You could have had her be part of, like, you know, various crime stuffs. You know, because you could have had her as an actual in-costume character
Wait. Are you telling me that Catwoman wasn't there to witness the murder of the Waynes?
That is what I'm saying.
In the canon of the comic books? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because I've watched the TV show, Brian, and I say you're wrong, sir. Because we all know television doesn't lie.
I kind of feel bad dumping all over this show as much as we do.
Not me.
Okay. All right. Well, you want to move on then, or you got something else about the show you want to talk about?
I've washed my hands of it.
All
We're
right,
good.
Fair enough. You're still watching it, though?
Yeah, I'll still check it out because I feel committed.
I feel I'm at least going to see the season through.
Right.
Like, I'll at least stay with the first season because, like Arrow got a lot better, and I gave up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. after, 6 or 7 episodes, and I still stand by that decision, but it's,
It's like I adopted a shitty pet. I'm just like, I'm waiting to just get rid of it right
Yeah,
now.
it's like I want to smother it, but I can't.
Right. I want to have it go, as I'll tell the kids, to live on a farm.
Right. All right, well, let's talk about, did you watch the Ant-Man trailer?
Oh, you know what? Fuck, I didn't. I was so pissed because I was like, ooh, Ant-Man trailer. And I pulled it up on my fucking digital medium device.
Yeah.
And it was the ant-sized one. And I almost threw the fucking thing through a wall. I was so annoyed. And I never watched the human-sized one.
Seems
I
like
meant to watch it before we recorded, too, but I completely got sidetracked.
It seems like it either did one of two things for people. It either got them excited or it left them with a meh feeling.
Right.
And I fall into the meh category. I don't know, it didn't look like anything that exciting to me, but, whatever. Guardians didn't necessarily with the first one either. Like, I was like, okay, I'm in, but we'll see. And then as Guardians kept dropping ones, I was like, okay, I'm definitely in on this, So
right.
I'm hoping that Ant-Man will do something similar. But I don't love the characters, so it's going to be an interesting fight for them.
Right.
I'm actually, versus Guardians, I'm fairly aware of Ant-Man in his character.
Yeah, for sure.
Guardians, I knew very little. This character, I know a little more, and I'm like, I still don't give a shit. As I was talking with somebody else the other day, and she mentioned that she thought that it would be more along the lines of have Ant-Man in, like, Avengers, and then if people were like, hey, this character's cool, then give him his own movie.
They must be feeling pretty confident about it.
They must, because I figured that they would do that with Hawkeye, because Hawkeye seemed fairly popular coming off of Avengers. I figured, okay, Hawkeye's going to get his own movie.
Right.
But then there's no. So, which I don't really care either way. I just, All right, well, I guess we won't spend a lot of time on that since somebody didn't.
Yeah, I suck.
That's all right. I got a lot of release dates. Did you notice that? There was a lot of release dates talked about lately.
Right.
Like, the Gambit movie got a release date. The one, it's going to start Channing Tatum.
Right.
And it's going to release, I lost my place. There it is. October 7th of 2016. You excited for a Gambit movie? Yeah, that's about my response to it.
I don't know. I need to see more about it.
Sure.
I can't picture Channing Tatum as Gambit.
Right.
Only because my expectation of Gambit is purely based off the 90s X-Men cartoon.
Right. With the terrible
You know
accent.
what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could almost see Van Damme as Gambit. Like it was Van Damme from Hard Target as Gambit.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah. I'm not real excited right now, but again, there's been no trailers. There hasn't even been a picture leaked of him actually in the costume they're going to use, so, we don't know any of that.
Right.
And I'm not a big Channing Tatum fan either, but, again, I'll give the guy the benefit of the doubt for now.
I'm giving him more and more respect as I see him in different movies.
Yeah, he also is a huge Gambit fan and really wants this movie to be good. I will say that. So that helps,
This is going way back from when before Tate was third mic and she would just call in and do sexy voiced movie reviews.
Yeah.
Didn't we have her give how many Channing Tatums up
yes.
for movies?
Yeah, because we used to joke that she was in love with Channing Tatum.
Right. Yeah. How many Channings is this movie? That's going way
Well,
back.
I guess once this movie comes out, maybe we'll rate it accordingly.
Yeah, well, might as well. See if we can convince her to leave us a voicemail.
Oh, that'd be great. And now, I am curious how many of the ladies are excited about this with the Channing Tatum and Gambit combination. As Gambit's always been more popular with the women than it has been with the guys. Or he has been.
Because the trench coat and the long hair and the
accent.
Yeah, the New Orleans rogue.
Right.
share my
plus he
bow
steals
staff.
things. And stealing is one of the coolest of crimes, as Bender has taught us. Yeah.
Yeah, this is very true.
All right, so let's see. The Daredevil TV show has a release date now for Netflix.
Is it April something?
Yep, April 10th is when the whole season drops.
I'll be watching that.
Which I love the fact that Netflix does that they don't release them like once a week. It's like, blow, here's the whole thing.
Right.
There goes your week.
Are they going to show the origin story of Daredevil?
Yeah, I don't know.
And if so, will they throw in the Easter egg of the ooze going down the sewer, thus making the Ninja Turtles?
I doubt it.
God damn them.
That would be
that
great.
that is the Easter egg.
Yeah. I highly doubt it, though.
They should.
Let's see. What else do I got here? I know I had other release dates. Oh, Netflix also said that House of Cards, the next season, February 27th.
Nice.
Not that far off. I know
That's
a lot of
pretty
people would be excited about that.
That's Beer Fest weekend. I shan't be watching it that
Now
weekend.
you know why I'm not going to Beer Fest. No.
House of Cards time.
Yep. Game of Thrones announced that their new season debuts April 12th, which I thought it was in March originally.
It was supposed to be in March originally.
So they pushed it back. And I also think that they said there's going to be like a 15-minute preview or something at like IMAX or some preview or whatever at IMAX that you have to pay to see.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck
I'll
your
see it on
money
the internet
grab.
when someone leaks it.
Right. And then this is actually why I wanted
All
to do
I know
this
is
one last.
15 minutes or not, Daenerys Targaryen's not getting naked anymore.
That's
so
true.
I'm still interested, but not as much.
No, you've only got I can't think of her name now. Was it Cersei or no, not Cersei. What the fuck's her name? God, I'm so awful with names in TV shows.
Are you talking about
Joffrey's mom?
Yeah, Cersei.
Cersei? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, there's going to be some of her naked this year because you remember that whole shenanigans with that church and whatnot.
Right. So that's all right.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of boobies in the show.
Well, it is Game of Thrones.
It's Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And then this was rumored yesterday that there's allegedly a screenshot of Batman versus Superman showing it as being released as 2 parts.
Really?
Because I guess they've been recording for like 10 months. So they have a ton of footage. And I saw people like bitching about it, and it's a money grab. And I'm like, you know what though? It's like if they were legitimately doing the Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, they can't get it all.
I don't want. If it takes 2 movies, make it 2 movies. Listen, if The Hobbit took 3 for Peter Jackson to tell it, I'm okay with this.
Right.
Also, the dates that show on the thing, the first one is 10/23/15. The second one is 3/25/16. That's not that far apart.
No, it's pretty damn close.
That's not like going a year apart or something. Like I forgot the first one and then the second one. The name of it's
just about enough time for everyone's nerd boners to go down.
Exactly. I don't necessarily think I have a problem with this. I actually think this might be, if this is the epic that it seems like they're trying to build up, because this movie is supposed to launch Justice League, basically.
Right, yeah.
This might, I might be okay with this. Like if Marvel was like, here's Captain Man, or Captain Man.
Captain Man. Everyone's like, I don't know who that is.
I'm Captain Man.
Marvel goes bankrupt.
No, it's a Marvel movie. It would still do fine. It still pulls in $1 billion somehow.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like everyone's like, who the fuck is Captain Man?
Like, who the fuck is this guy? Just works in drive-thru. It's all confused.
Who are you? I'm Captain Man. Anyway,
I'm Captain Man.
If they had an Iron Man Captain America movie, like it was just those two, and they were like, if it was like Marvel going Captain America, Iron Man, Civil War, right. And they were like, we're going to split it into 2 parts. To be like, okay, well, that makes sense. It's a big story,
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
I'm okay with this, I think. Now, after I see the first one, we'll revisit it.
Right.
Because, if you go see the first one and go, they could have trimmed a lot out of this
like,
one.
Oof, that was a stinger.
Yeah. So let's see, what else we got? I guess, do you want to do picks before comics or the other way around?
We're kind of in a comic vibe right now, Brian.
Yeah, I think you're right. Real quick, one bit of more comics news. They announced that Deadpool is going to be dying with issue, I forgot what it is, but it's issue 250 of the overall run.
You can't kill Deadpool. He's got a healing factor. Oh, Wolverine. I'm so sorry.
I have two things about this. First of all, it's like, yeah, Marvel's about to upset their whole damn universe. So anybody they tell me is going to die right now, I'm like, okay, for how long? Yeah. I will say, I am curious to see how they kill Deadpool, because hopefully, like, his face gets turned into, like, enchiladas or something, because that would be sweet irony. But
and he just eats himself?
Yeah. He just can't resist.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so delicious. Yeah. Or Homer when his head was turned into a giant donut.
Oh, yes, right.
But I'm so sweet and delicious. You know. Yeah. So I don't know. A lot of people kind of upset about that. Kind of like, why would you do that when you just announced you're making a Deadpool movie?
This is also true.
But I was
weird.
but yeah, again, they're about to upset their whole universe. So I really don't think any comic. It's funny because I really don't think any comic matters for Marvel right now. I think anything goes pretty much. You know.
Well, they got so much Guardians money.
Also that, yeah. Well, and they're about to get Age of Ultron money.
Right.
You know, which I'm sure is going to be
a nice
huge billion plus. So, jerks. So, yeah. All right. That was all I had for that.
I actually read some books this week, Brian.
Some books, you say?
Yeah.
Like some of the funny books?
Some of the funny books.
All right. I'm pulling up my list here because I can't remember what I wanted to talk about. All right. What you got, son?
Well, I got two that I really want to talk about.
Okay.
And I got four. I'll just give you a quick rundown if you like.
All right.
Batman Eternal.
Yep.
Do you want my scores and shit?
Just send them to me later.
All right. Batman Eternal, still good.
Yeah. It's such a shame that book is ending, I believe, at issue 50.
Yes.
We're getting real close, because this was, 40?
I want to see how it wraps up, though. That's what's awesome about it.
For sure. Yep.
Punisher. It's starting to lose me.
Yeah.
It's just I'm not really feeling it. The Howling Commando angle, go fuck yourself. I want to see the Punisher. I'm sick of the Howling Commandos. You know?
Right.
Birthright.
Number 4.
I love the whole modern and fantasy mix.
Yeah.
I'm all in.
Yeah.
Still loving that book.
I agree. I like the fact this one seemed to push the story a little further, too, with them meeting the Spurlers.
One of the wizards.
They finally meet somebody, yeah. So it's not just backstory. They're finally moving it forward a little bit, which is good, because I was kind of like, okay, you need to move this a little more forward other than, we're running away from the police.
Right, exactly. God Hates Astronauts.
Oh.
Hilarious.
Right.
Still loving it, but I actually changed my lock screen to the atomic explosion. It just says Cosmic Apocalypse.
Right?
Because it's just made me laugh so much when I opened it and saw that page.
Like I posted, I believe, from our account on Twitter the other day, that book has the best onomatopoeia, hands down. Like, there's no book that, aside from maybe Punk's, that's out that has better, sound effects in it.
When it's like trouser destroy or whatever.
Just whatever happens, that's literally the sound effect. It.
It's fantastic. That book makes me laugh every time I read it.
Yeah, absolutely. I know it's funny because I rated it like a 4, and I know it really shouldn't get that high of a rating, but I enjoy it that much.
It's same here.
Like, I don't hold it against any other book. I'm not comparing it to like Watchmen or something like that.
It's perfect for what I'm looking for, which is just absurdity.
Exactly. It delivers on that hands down every time. Yeah.
But the two I want to talk about, the one you said I should read, was Ant-Man #1.
Right.
And The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl.
I wanted to talk about that also. So let's start with that and then go to Ant-Man, because I think the Ant-Man conversation might be a little longer. But
all right.
Well, actually, real quick, before we do that, I wanted to talk real quick about Wolverine's #1. And I had an interesting conversation with a couple lads on the Twitters about it.
Wolverines?
Yeah. You remember how I've talked before about Logan's Legacy and the Weapon X program?
Yeah.
Those both have ended, but they basically folded into Wolverine's #1.
Are they fighting the Russians?
No.
Or the Koreans?
You mean our
the
friends, the Russians?
Our friends.
Because they've downloaded us.
Oh, yeah. Yes!
Yeah. Comrades! No.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Vodka, comrades, jawohl. That's German. Shit.
Yeah, slow down, Tex.
Porsche.
The story's okay on this. Like, they're moving the story forward. It's clearly leading to them bringing Wolverine back. They're not hiding it. I mean, it's just a matter of what they do. Mr. Sinister shows up in this, or Sinister, whatever they're calling him now. Which
what about happy-go-lucky, feel-good Sabretooth?
Dude, listen. The story's kind of, and the second half of it gets a little, it starts picking up, and spoilers, and I'm going to spoil it for you because I don't care. But, dude, Sinister fucking rips a dude's arm off.
Wow.
Like Dakin, or whatever his name is, it's like Wolverine's kid.
Oh, Dakin Backblade.
Yeah. No. Yeah, it's pretty big. No, anyway, dude, like, Sinister just goes up to him, basically, just grabs him and just tears his arm off.
Like, fuck you, that's my arm.
Yeah, and then he rips his eye out.
Well, he didn't need that either.
No. I mean, he's just like, whatever. And then he grabs the paperweight that's Wolverine and, takes off. So, Sinister...
on his desk.
No. Well, but finally they're doing something with the paperweight.
Right.
Which, remember a while ago, I'm like, they're going to clearly do something. Like, well, like, what the hell are they going to do? Sinister. Okay, fine. I didn't see that coming. Because he hasn't been in comics in, I don't know, it's been a little while now.
Right.
So, But the art in this book is eh.
Oh, jeez.
Like, that's what me, Nickel, and, dude, I'm sorry, dude, I cannot remember the other guy's name now. Shit. We were having a conversation about it, and I was just like, it just feels like backup art.
Right.
It doesn't feel like it should be, like, a Wolverine title, like, art. So, meh. But I have one other book that I wanted to talk about separately, and again, we'll have the list of what we read, like stuff like The Fade Out, which we don't need to talk about. It's fucking one of the best books on the market.
Right.
Oh, no, I have one other thing to talk about before I get to this other book. In Death of Wolverine, Weapon X Program number 5, which is the last one in the series, stuff that takes place in that book, they were like, check out Logan's Legacy number 7 for blah, blah, blah. That came out 2 weeks ago.
That's dumb.
This is the third time that they've done that within the Wolverines thing. They have 3 times released books out of order that you read essentially ahead of the story before you get to read why it happened.
That's just dumb.
More Marvel out of order bullshit like
Nonsense.
We talked about last week. Yep.
Marvel, you're not Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah. The other book that I wanted to talk about, damn it, where'd it go? I lost it. Shaft.
I have not read Shaft. I should, because,
It's a good, it's one bad, no. It's actually a really good book. Like,
shut your mouth.
I'm just talking about Shaft.
I can dig it.
I was talking, it's like, I figured it was going to be, hokey, kind of, like, blaxploitation. It's actually a really good book. So,
right.
So yeah, I recommend Shaft pretty highly. Who's the dick that gives all? Enough of that. I can't even do it.
Or are you talking about Dawn Scarps again?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
or Old Man Dick.
No.
Well, we talked about a lot of dick in this episode.
We do that sometimes, yeah.
That's true.
Okay, so let's talk about the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, number 1.
The only reason I picked it up to read it was from Reddit recommendations on r/comic books.
Yes, because it was pretty highly recommended.
It was, and I'm like, my reaction was, what the fuck is Unbeatable Squirrel Girl?
Yeah.
I'm curious enough to grab it. And it was number 1, so what the fuck?
Right.
It's a pretty funny book.
It was a pretty funny book. You're right.
Yeah.
I love the little notes at the bottom of the page.
The little notes at the bottom are great.
I kind of, reading it on a digital device makes them a little irritating because you have to enlarge to read those, because they were really tiny, but they were still really funny. It's kind of one of the reasons I like Sex Criminals is, how there's the comments all through the book.
Nonsense, yeah. But yeah, I'll definitely have to read the next issue.
Yeah, and it's a if you're looking for a book for like younger folk, it seemed pretty clean, right?
It seemed, as far as I can remember, there's nothing really too offensive in it.
No, and I enjoyed her conversations with the squirrel and
Craven
and stuff. Yeah, it was a funny book. Like let's see what I wrote down. I wrote down 3.5 is what I wrote down.
I gave it just a 3.
Okay, so we're close. But it was pretty good. Make sure if you read it though, like we said, make sure you don't overlook. There's a little dialogue, like a line at the page.
Look over the whole page.
Yeah,
And yeah, at the very bottom of the page, there's dialogue in like yellow ink.
Yep.
Doesn't really stand out real well.
No, it doesn't, but it's definitely worth looking for and reading.
Yeah.
So, all right. So how about, what was the other one? Oh, Ant-Man.
I really dug Ant-Man #1. I didn't know Hank Pym, whatever.
Pym, yeah.
I didn't know he retired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how I kind of out of the loop I am or whatever.
Yeah.
And I just kind of like how this guy's like, divorced. His wife's like, this fucking dude's a deadbeat.
Yeah,
Fuck him.
He really couldn't be more of a loser. I mean, that's the way they build him up. They really do. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And he's just trying to do his best by his daughter, basically.
Right.
And the madcap capers that might ensue in his book could be entertaining.
I agree. I found it. Now, I have to nitpick on a couple of things. One of which is, again, one of the Marvel continuity issues. Iron Man's in this. He's clearly the superior Iron Man, but he's not a dick.
Right.
When did this happen? Because when he introduced the white armor, pretty much from that point forward, he's been a dick. And he's got the white armor in this. So how is Tony Stark not a complete asshole to him? He is an asshole to him, but he's like normal Tony Stark asshole.
Standard Tony Stark asshole level.
He's just conceited to the guy, and then he like congratulates him when he gets the job with him. You know? That's not the Tony Stark from Superior Iron Man that really is the one that's running roughshod over the Marvel Universe as we speak.
Right.
Again, I just wish they would put a little something that's like the events of this happened, blah.
Well,
or
because
something.
even like there's a part where Ant-Man's like, oh, I killed Captain America accidentally, and then I went over here and I went and did this, and everyone hates me, making fun of Iron Man.
Right.
Never once came up like, I became a huge douche and started, fucking with people on their phones.
Right, yeah.
Via this weird app.
Yeah. So
it's got to take place before Axis, but you're right, he has the weird armor.
Right, and he didn't have that before Axis.
That was Marvel going, well, we need the armor to match up, so fuck you, paint it white.
I mean, I understand. They want you to focus on Ant-Man. They don't want you to focus on Iron Man. But again, it's like if you're going to have these characters and you're going to have Axis happening, it's the same thing we talked about last week. I just wish the continuity, unless this is an on-purpose thing by them, that certain things happen in other universes and whatever or something. I don't know.
Right.
And they got enough various universes crap going on with the Spider-Man thing right now. What a fucking mess.
Right. Yeah,
anyway,
I heard about that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I really like this book, though. Like, I did. I guess I just had that one nitpick. Aside from that, I'm kind of like I love Spurler. Not really a Spurler, but when he gets the, like, dollhouse furniture for him and his kid to live in, Like, although the idea of him turning down that job with Stark seems really dumb.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, it just shows, like, I got to be by my kid.
But why wouldn't... Okay, again, I'm going to go to... This is going to be me pontificating. You know how last week I was like, how did Batman not see this coming, right?
Right.
This week's version of that is going to be, why wouldn't this guy go, if I'm working for Tony Stark, I probably could get access to Tony Stark attorney and probably get custody of my kid somehow.
Because he's an impulsive retard. Okay. I don't know. He's Ant-Man.
You're probably
used to be a thief and stuff.
He knows that the only people who are, like Tony Stark is just going to be a giant asshole and not help him out.
Yeah, he's going to shrink down the size of man, punch Tony Stark in the urethra. That'll teach him.
Well, while he's that size, he could get this kidney stone out for me.
Yeah. Go in there like a miner.
Yeah. Right. Hey, whatever works, right?
And not like the miners crashing at Jim Gordon's place.
Right. Good call.
Because that's just weird.
That's just creepy. You were correct, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I was having a conversation with someone last night, and she brought up, and I thought this was a great point. Now, with Ant-Man, do you think that this book, as written, like the first issue here, did anything to kind of excite you toward the movie?
Not really.
Okay.
But I haven't seen the trailer for the movie yet.
Fair enough. I am kind of curious to see how that, how that transfers, though.
I was more excited for the next issue.
Right.
Just to see what he's doing next.
Yeah. Yeah. But I am curious to see if this does translate to people being excited about the movie. I mean, sales on this will be somewhat based on people being excited for the movie. You know?
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Well, yeah, because it's a #1 issue, which is brilliant because, you know, you have a movie about to come out at some point. So you put a #1 issue out so people can go, oh, now I understand who the hell this character is.
Right.
And I hope, you know, because I'm assuming it's pretty much the same character.
Although I want to say in the movie it's Hank Pym, isn't it?
No. What's his name? Michael Douglas, I believe, is that. I think Paul Rudd is the new guy.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I can't think of his name. It's
I can't remember it either.
Yeah, whatever his name is.
Steve Shrinky Dink.
Yes. I'm
pretty sure.
Almost positive you were
It's got that classic Marvel alliteration.
It does. Yeah. Like, clearly Stan Lee invented or created him, right?
Yes. Excelsior! Steve Shrinky Dink.
Like, Stan, really?
Believe it, true believer.
Can you try a little harder, Stan? I'm not sure I'm buying it.
Fuck you, I'm Stan Lee. Have you seen my glasses?
This reminds me of Key and Peele had a skit where it's Stanley like pitching characters to a room full of people, and his characters are just terrible. They're just outdated, and you know this kind of stuff.
Fax machine man.
Yeah, it's pretty much stuff like that. It's
That's
terrible.
hilarious.
And they're all like, "Yeah, we can't use any of these." And then he walks away, and he's like, "Wait." He's like, "I just had an inspiration." He's like, "How about like a group of writers who are now unemployed or something like that?" And they're like, "Oh, that's brilliant."
It wasn't actually Stanley?
No, it was
oh, that's too bad.
It was Peele.
Right.
You know, and a nitpick there is that he had like a ponytail, which Stanley doesn't have a ponytail, so just saying. Here we go. I just pulled up. Yeah, Scott Lang is Paul Rudd is Scott Lang in the movie.
Well, okay, that's cool.
Michael Douglas is Hank Pym. So
yeah, right on.
I wasn't 100% sure. That's why I was like, I'm going to look because, oh, shit, T.I.'s in this movie. Oh,
what?
I'm in.
Is it T.I. as T.I.?
Well, obviously.
Or T.I. as ant number 432.
Oh, that'd be great. That's my goal for the movie. I just want to be an ant. Nah, probably not. Oh, shit, Judy Greer's in it? Shit, son. All right. Enough of that.
Shit.
But yeah, so yeah, I got. Yeah, I think that's about all. You know, I have one last thing to talk about with comic books.
Sure.
Did you read what happened in Amazing Spider-Man this week?
No.
Okay. Spurlers. Heavy spurlers.
All right.
Big plot point spurlers.
Spurler.
I think people have had enough of a warning. In Amazing Spider-Man number 12, it's the Spider Universe thing, you know, where they're all being hunted by
spider eaters or
whatever. Yeah. Well, they, you know, each universe has a totem, basically.
Okay.
And that's what, you know, these guys are eating is the totems. So toward the end, the one, like, as they're trying to find a safe place, the one teleports into this place. It's like this just wasteland kind of a thing where it's like a apocalyptic kind of thing where there's tons of radiation and it's super poisonous to these things that are chasing the spider totems. Okay, fine. Okay. Well, she finds a fallout shelter and then summons the rest and was like, hey, you know, I've got a new safe place. You guys all should come here. So they get there, and then before they go in, she's like, I think I should warn you, you know, this is this universe's totem, and it's Uncle Ben. Now, I don't mean the rice guy.
That would be awesome.
Right? Have you tried my rice?
I don't. That's retarded. I don't like it. Because Uncle Ben is why Spider-Man is Spider-Man.
Right. Also, he never had any powers. Like, you know.
Does the totem have powers?
I think each of the totem. Maybe I missed something, and I'm sure, you know, Nickel or somebody like that will correct me if they listen. I think all the totems are like, they're all like clones of or Spider-Man, basically, or Spider-Women. Like their universe is like Spider-Man, basically. And so, I mean, obviously, you know, they could do whatever they want because it's a parallel universe, Uncle Ben, but that just seems weird.
Uncle Ben get bit by a spider, and then
yeah, right. Cause
his nephew got killed, and
right. He went to
with
save
great
him.
power comes
Bonesaw's ready. Oh wait, sorry.
Comes old man Tree Dick.
I think you may have mixed the story up a tad. Old Ben comes out with his old man strength and tree dick. And very, very tight trousers.
Yeah, ridiculously tight.
The kind that you were like, he's always like, come sit on my lap. And you're like, no. He's like come, get over here.
Like that seam splitting your guys up. I'm good.
It's making your dick look like a hot dog bun. I mean, like, those are tight pants.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of what's going on with the Spider-Verse thing anyway, but I don't know. I'm like, now I kind of got to read the next issue because I got to see what the hell they're doing. Yeah, all right. Like it's an old man dick. Just set it aside.
Yeah, set it aside.
Just pretend you didn't see anything and move on.
Yep, for sure.
Fair enough. All right, well, that's all I got for the comics. So
yeah, I'm tapped out.
Did you read Fade Out #4?
Not yet.
Okay, because it wraps the arc up.
Well, then I should have.
Yeah,
but no, I didn't.
I got all scared though because in the letters or whatever section, Brubaker's like, we're going to take a tiny break to put out a criminal one shot, and I'm like, oh man, it's going to be another one of those 3-month breaks. No, the new issue is going to be out next month.
Oh, well, that's not that big of a break at all.
No, I was like, okay, that's not a break even, considering the way a lot of books are coming out these days.
For sure.
Like, that's right on time, so. All right.
Well, I think all we got left, Brian, is our football picks, son.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Which, are we going to do the Saturday ones, even though they've already happened, or no?
Fuck it.
All right. If you want to see what our Saturday picks were, they're on the website, under the blog section.
Yeah, we're recording on a Saturday because we had a very special guest earlier.
At a very special salty language.
So we did a
very gin and tonic-y salty language.
Vodka
and tonic. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah. My fault.
I do believe, Brian, it's time for this, though. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oddly enough, very appropriate. Because the first game is America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, going to the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field.
The Arctic chills.
Yeah, so, Dallas at Green Bay.
Yeah. What do you think for that game there, sir?
Yeah, I should actually save this for last because I think this is the tougher game to pick. I could see either team lighting up the scoreboard.
Right.
The question will be, will either team play any defense? If Dallas plays like they did against Detroit, yeah, Green Bay will just smush them. But, man, I don't know. I hate Green Bay so much. I'm going to take Dallas 30-27 over the Packers.
The old close game.
Whoops. And I wrote that in the wrong spot.
Oh.
Yeah.
America's team versus the Packers.
Yep.
I can't root for the Packers.
You've been, documented it very well.
Yes. It could be the Packers versus just a gaggle of quadriplegics.
Well, I would root for the quadriplegics because
same here. That's what I'm saying.
It just feels like the right thing to do either way.
Yeah. For sure. Because moral support.
Right. Plus, who's going to go play football against them? I don't know if that's good or bad.
It's just the dirty bastards the Packers are. So I have to go Cowboys over Packers.
Yeah.
Blowout. 35-13. The Packers can't get it up in the cold.
The Cowboys are going to give the cold shoulders, you're saying.
Indeed.
Can't get it up in the cold. Love it. Oh, shit. All right, and the second game, or the other game, is the Indianapolis Colts at the Denver Broncos. Peyton Manning playing against his old team. I'm sure this will be a story.
I'm sure it will. Brian. I can't wait to see it all morning on Football This Morning, or whatever they call their shows now.
Right.
Should be called Football This Morning.
It should. It should. Yeah. Football This Morning AM.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Like right after the Farm Report.
Oh.
Like, Pork Belly's going for that. Oh, what's Peyton Manning up to?
Jesus Christ, dude. I remember turning on the TV on Sundays and the Farm Report being on.
Bushels of corn, $5.
Like, man. I was hoping anything else would be on. Yeah.
I guess it's the worst thing to eat Lucky Charms, too.
Right? It is absolutely the worst thing you could turn on TV.
Ham belly. That's right, ham belly.
Ham belly.
Dude, if I could somehow figure out how to make ham belly, because you could get bacon off of that then.
Right.
Dude, that's ham bacon. That sounds sick. Sick as fuck.
Pretty sure ham bacon might be the name of the show.
Anywho, I gotta go Broncos here.
Yeah.
Broncos over Colts, 28-20. Peyton Manning's like, "Fuck you, Colts. Look at my neck. It's good."
Always with the neck.
Always with the neck.
You just can't leave his pretzel neck alone, can you?
No, certainly no.
You do enjoy throttling his pretzel neck.
He does.
With your old man strength. Oh, man. You know, yeah. Peyton Manning's played like garbage over the last few weeks, though. But the Colts have played like garbage over the last few weeks.
Right.
So, yeah, I think I'm going to go with you here. I'm going to say 27 for the Broncos, 24 for the Colts.
Yeah, right on.
Because, you know, they got that Vinatieri kid here. He kicks field goals or something.
He does kick field goals.
That's what I've heard. And
kicks the field goals.
And gets randomly drug tested after hitting a 50-yarder.
Wow.
Because
he's like, what, 85?
Yeah, but kickers do that. I mean, Jason Hansen was like 90 when he retired from the Lions, and he was still nailing 50-yarders.
Yeah.
He probably right now could go kick a 50-yarder.
You're probably right. As scary as that is.
Yeah. So, all right. So there you go. We got we split on Dallas and Green Bay, and we agree on Denver and Indianapolis. Actually, I mean, we were both right in the earlier games.
Well, because we're football geniuses.
Yeah. So we're 2-0 for today, which would bring you, before tomorrow's picks, to 4-2, and brings me to a whopping 5-1.
Oh, I do believe that would be Broncos as the salty language. Super low in the background lock of the week.
Right. That was some phenomenal sound effecting right there.
As the salty language. That's a heavy door I just closed here. Lock of the week.
Right on. All right. We got anything else? I got nothing else. That's all the things.
I got nothing besides the urge to just pass the fuck out.
Yeah, I would imagine so, given the time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's do this then. I wanted to mention real quick that we are now part of the Tangent Bound Network, as well as the Podgods Network and the Musings of a Geek Network. And we're also on the directory of Geek Life Radio.
We're all over the place,
yeah,
bitches.
We are. Yeah, we're just spreading it out, you know?
That's right.
Spreading our seed everywhere. Well, not our seed, but, you know, whatever.
Our funny seed.
Funny seed.
It's my code name, Johnny Funny Seed.
Nice. I'm Johnny Funny Seed, you see, and I'm here to make the ham bacon.
Yeah, I brought the ham bacon. Like, what is that? Thinly sliced ham from the inner thigh. It's the bacon region of the ham.
How exactly do you eat? Like, what's the best way to eat ham bacon?
With your face, of course.
It's a good answer. Good answer, sir. All right. So, also, if you could, if you can help us out, go to Amazon.com, or when you go to Amazon.com, stop by SaltyLanguage.com first.
Well, hell yeah.
Scroll.
Well, I mean, I assume you open up your browser and it goes right to SaltyLanguage.com.
As it should be, yeah.
Homepage and whatnot.
Right. Well, it depends on where you're at, because, you don't want to, sprout a work boner or something,
Oh, that's true.
You're in the middle of a meeting and you go right to Salty Language, and now you've got to go clean your legs up.
Unless you're into creeping out your coworkers.
Right.
If you're weird work pants erection.
Right. Like, ew, let me just open up my laptop. Sploosh.
Oh, jeez. I forgot about that. Thank God I'm wearing my Moista wicking drawers.
Like the ones Annalise talks about that she got for Christmas?
Oh, right, yes. Moisture wicking panties.
Moisture wicking draws at that point. Yeah. Yeah, if you go to Amazon.com to buy anything, please swing by SaltyLanguage.com first. Scroll to the bottom-ish part of the site, and click on the the link there first. They toss us a little bit and help us out. You know,
no extra cost to you.
Maybe we can have some nice things.
Maybe.
Also, like if you're going to join or if you're going to sign up for Loot Crate, I have a link up on our Twitter feed to where they knock off a few bucks off of the whatever. So if you could help out there, if not, no big deal. Let's see what else. I forget. Oh, and obviously just go to saltylanguage.com for all the links, all the things,
all the social medias,
all the blogs.
Although, to be fair, do you want to hear your pretty voice on the airwaves? Yes. Call 415-857-2589. Leave us a voicemail. We'll play it and probably make fun of you.
Yeah, the probably is nearly a guarantee, actually.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Yeah. So you can find us on the Twitters, which is probably the best way to randomly contact us, at salty_language. I'm at Stunami.
I am at Monotony.
And, I think that's all we got, right?
I think so.
Anything else? Nothing?
I know, I'm spent.
All right. Well, on that note, have a beer. You will be fine.
Stay salty.
And, if you got the time, maybe call your grandmother, and then when you're done with that, go fuck yourselves.
You are now leaving the world of Musings of a Geek Podcast Network. Stay geeky, my friends.